Yeah, how's it going? Just continuing the series and this particular video, I'll be focusing on linguistics and what that is. Linguistic abilities of mentats, including the proficiency in multiple languages, a valuable skill that can be applied in various ways. Let's take a look at some of those ways. Uh, in particular, some of the examples I'll be drawing out from that would be Dune book that I personally believe most of the people have read it, or for very least perhaps seen the movie Dune. There might be a new movie coming out soon. Effective communication. Proficiency in multiple languages allows individuals to communicate effectively with a broader range of people, fostering understanding and cooperation. If that's something that you're looking to achieve, if you're interested yourself in conveying a message to large groups of people and how you should structure that message, as well as some of the words that you should be using, as well as perhaps like that wasn't enough, perhaps do that in a number of different languages, right? This skill is particularly important in multicultural and multilingual environments. If you yourself you're looking to operate internationally, I would definitely recommend to consider perhaps learning new languages. If anything, understanding dictionaries, and that's the best place to start, especially when it comes to communicating with different groups of professionals. That would be perhaps with accountant and someone from legal field. You would need to tailor it your dictionary differently depending on who you're going to be talking to, right? If you're talking with your administration staff, if you're talking perhaps with your lawyer, if you're discussing some of the business dealings with your business partner, you would need to use different language. So use overall using different dictionary. I guess just want to drive this message all the way home, right? Just understanding dictionary, and I personally believe that's a place to begin. Diplomacy and international relations. In international diplomacy, linguistic abilities are essential for diplomats and negotiators. Being able to converse in native language or counterparts can facilitate diplomacy and build trust. It depends where you are right now in your overall business cycle, but I would definitely highly recommend to focus a lot. It's something about myself I need to focus basically, and I would perhaps recommend others to do the same with regards to diplomacy. And perhaps once you begin scaling your business model, once you begin development process, and then you begin to scale, if you have a really good business model, you might consider expanding, not necessarily just domestically, right? Business and global markets. In business world, knowing multiple languages can open up opportunities in global markets. Multilingual professionals can negotiate contracts, build relationships, and with international clients or communicate with international clients and navigate foreign business culture and more effectively. Engage in different cultures, perhaps it depends. Uh, it might come back to traveling, I guess, and you might yourself be interested in visiting in different countries first, understanding those cultural differences might be overall important and interesting thing to do. Translations and interpretation. Linguistics skills in multiple languages can work as translators or interpreters, bringing language gaps in various fields, including legal, medical, and diplomatic context. Overall translation, I have highlight some of the interesting facts with when it comes to understanding different languages and how hard it can be to translate particular words or sentences. In the book, I'm sharing a lot of examples with even people's names and how hard it can be to translating someone's name into different language. I'm not even talking about perhaps the entire contract or or perhaps even on the broader spectrum of what can be like the diplomatic relationships between countries, right? Cultural understanding. It's a overall understanding different cultures can be an interesting goal that people can set for themselves. Just to study different cultures, right? Because there are so many different things that anyone would need to understand about different cultures. I guess if I don't know, it depends where you are right now. If you haven't traveled a lot, and if someone at any point haven't came up to you and said that you're probably not from here, or you don't understand what's going on, so that can happen to many people for many reasons, especially when you begin traveling. I would highly recommend for everyone to travel, perhaps not necessarily with the immediate, would that be perhaps just outside the border, but perhaps farther, so wherever you might find yourself in, travel far and see what that life is like, very far away from you currently are. Either way, language and cultures are often intertwined. Proficiency in multiple languages can lead to deep understanding of different cultures, enabling individuals to navigate social customs and norms with greater sensitivity. Media and journalism. Perhaps that's a good starting point with doing research with whatever topic you want to understand a little bit better and doing some research on that particular topic. Journalists with language skills can provide more accurate and nuanced reporting on global events, ensuring that news stories are presented in culturally sensitive and accurate manner. Tourism and travel. In the tourism industry, knowing multiple languages can enhance the visitor experience and can lead to better customer services. I guess that's the option there. Not necessarily myself, I experienced that, but perhaps I haven't traveled enough. Tourists from various backgrounds can be catered to effectively. Perhaps there's options there. I guess I guess that depending of where you want to travel, and there are some differences perhaps for places which you want to visit. Well, reasons you going there for leisure, you're going there for work, you're going there for 2 weeks, you're going for a number of years, right? Uh, I'm sharing a lot of information for those of you who are interested in perhaps learning your languages as well as define some time for travel. In the book, I'm sharing some examples how to balance perhaps looking for new challenging environments if you're currently working out and looking to improve your training routines. Perhaps you can try different cultures and how different cultures might approach fitness and developing your overall body and perhaps different eating habits. Or if you are just stuck, perhaps if you like to try something different, there are some examples that I'm sharing from my personal experience as well as what I would definitely recommend for those of you looking for a new challenge. You can find this book in the description below as well as top retailers has it. Personal enrichment. On a personal level, linguistic abilities provide the opportunity for personal growth and enrichment. Learning and using different languages can be intellectually stimulating and personally fulfilling. I would definitely recommend for those of you who to perhaps master not necessarily just number of many skills, perhaps as well as perhaps languages as well. If that's something that you are interested in, if you see yourself perhaps traveling, otherwise, if you weren't gonna put new found knowledge into you, so why would bother, right? Perhaps that's an argument of the In today's interconnected world, linguistic abilities can open doors to a wider range of opportunities, especially in the business context, and facilitating effective communication and collaboration on global scale. Uh, as I mentioned here before, once you develop your business model, you might be interested in the wider reach or wider markets of that, whether for personal or professional reasons. Proficiency in multiple languages is valuable skill that can enhance one's life and career. I highly recommend for everyone to understand at least 3 different languages. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.